Terrifying footage in downtown Dallas as a woman was attacked by a man for no reason. Let's check it out.
Hello, everybody. I'm Heather Hayes.
And I'm Steve Eager. Dallas police are investigating what appears to be an unprovoked attack at a downtown Dallas intersection. Fox 4 obtained surveillance video of the attack. A woman is waiting at an intersection when a man comes up from behind and strikes her. She falls to the ground, and he casually walks away. Fox 4's David Centendry in downtown tonight with more. David.
Yeah, it is being called an unprovoked attack. In that video, it is brutal to watch, and it happened at 1:15 in the afternoon. Video obtained by Fox 4 shows a man using some sort of object to slam a woman over the head in downtown Dallas Thursday afternoon. The woman...
That is something you see in those videos in New York City. That's crazy. Dallas is a dangerous place anyway. There's a lot of crime in Dallas, but this is scary.
Drops to the ground. The attacker continues on his way, crossing the street, appearing as if nothing happened.
We don't need stuff like this going on in downtown Dallas.
Noah Robertson lives and works in the neighborhood.
I've never seen somebody just hit somebody and like walk away like nothing happened.
Especially someone who at least appears to not know the other person.
Yeah, I mean, that lady's just standing there and that guy hits her for like absolutely no reason. That's crazy.
The crime happened at the intersection of Elm and Field Street. Downtown Dallas Inc., the nonprofit that hires security in the area, calls this an unprovoked attack and says security officers were on scene moments after it happened. The victim was transported to a local hospital. Dallas Police Department is not saying what her condition is or if it has leads on a possible suspect.
Well, you know, obviously things like that are profoundly disturbing.
Lori Smith is visiting Dallas for the weekend. She says the video reveals a sad reflection of a crisis seen in communities across the country.
Where people are so disturbed that they just are possessed to do something like that.
Downtown is usually pretty cool, but I have seen some crazy stuff down here. It gets wild down here at night for sure.
But this crime took place during violent daytime hours in downtown Dallas. It was just blocks away, the same afternoon, where someone shot 3 people in an apartment building. There's no way to connect the two attacks, but they both happened in the middle of the day, right around lunchtime.
Honestly, I can't believe it. It makes me feel kind of unsafe. I'm going to be watching my back now.
Downtown Dallas Inc. says it is working with Dallas Police Department in hopes of identifying that suspect. When we were in that area earlier today, we did notice a handful of additional security cameras, ones that were not the camera that showed that video in the story. We'll keep you updated when we learn more information, but for now.
That's ridiculous. That is actually scary, and I will get to that shooting video next, but that is terrifying. Downtown Dallas, broad daylight, a woman minding her own business, might be on her lunch break or something, going back to work, and you get clocked in the head by a maniac with an object. Who knows what it is, but Dallas is crazy. I've done some stories from Dallas in the past, and Dallas has a lot going on. They have a police shortage there, hundreds of officers down. The pay isn't that well, and you have a lot of crime in Dallas. But still, downtown should be a place where people should feel safe. A lot of businesses there, entertainment stuff going on. You have bars, restaurants. You shouldn't feel safe. And like the guy said, he's actually going to start looking over his shoulder because it's a little scary. But let's get to this video that happened the same day. Or the shooting that happened the same day.
A lot of unanswered questions after 3 people were shot in a downtown Dallas high-rise apartment building late this afternoon. One of the victims was a Dallas ISD student, and police have not said what they think led to the shooting. Fox 4's David Centendry spoke with people who heard and saw what happened. He's in downtown Dallas tonight. David.
Yeah, Steve, as of now, police have not said a whole lot, but it's obviously very early in the investigation. We know, though, no arrests have been made and no suspect or suspects have been identified. 3 people were shot inside the Continental Building, a high-rise apartment building in downtown Dallas, Thursday afternoon.
I had heard shots on my floor.
Carol Lee Padilla was on the phone with a friend while inside her apartment.
And then I heard a faint screaming, and that's when I'm like, Felicia, do you hear this? And she's like, no, honey, what's going on? I said, hold on, and I just opened my door.
That's when she says she saw one of the victims.
And I peeked my head out the door, my door, and a man was walking towards me with his, holding in his gut saying, help me, I've been shot.
All 3 victims were taken to local hospitals for medical treatment.
One of the 3 victims is a Dallas ISD student, according to the district. The 3rd student in the district to have been shot while off campus in less than a week. No further details about the victim were provided.
I'm terrified because it's always something going on here now. 42 years, I've never lived like this, ever.
Jamelia Thurman says it's common to see young people and others causing trouble in the building.
And it's always conflict. They always in a hallway. It's gambling, it's fights. It's a lot that goes on here.
Police gave very few updates in a brief press conference where they took no questions.
Because it's an open investigation, I will not be taking any questions.
They did not say what led to the shooting, where exactly it happened in the building, how many people and how many weapons were involved.
I don't like it because we pay all this rent, but there's nothing I can do about it.
They had the elevator shut down. We had to walk down the stairs. Couldn't go into the parking garage.
Tenants were forced to evacuate the building for several hours while police collected evidence. One tenant shared photos with Fox 4 appearing to show a hole near her apartment wall from a stray bullet.
I open my window, I look outside, I see police and everything.
Dallas PD tells us within the last hour that all 3 shooting victims are stable. As for the one who's a student, Dallas ISD tells us that that student is expected to make a full recovery.
A lot of unanswered.
Law and order. Law and order. I don't know what way these people vote in the video, but this is why I stress time and time again that your local elections are very important. In a lot of cases, they're more important than the national election because they directly impact your life. You need a strong police force. You need a mayor who's going to lay down the law. You need city council who's not going to put up with this nonsense. And there's a lot of wokesters on the Dallas City Council. You know, the mayor, he went Republican, but you still have a blue city council. And that's where it starts. That's where the safety is right there. You have a city council that backs law enforcement. You're going to have a strong police force. You're going to have officers that are able to do their job. You won't have a shortage of police officers like you have in Dallas, where you're seeing in New York City, where their hands are tied. Things are different between the 2 cities, obviously, but you don't see these types of problems as bad in Fort Worth. It's scary. And Dallas is not that far from where I live. I don't live in Dallas County or anything, but thankfully I don't live in Dallas County. I don't live in Dallas, but I live in DFW. And I don't like seeing stories like this because it's close to home. And I want to live in a safe community. I want to have safe cities around me. I want people to be able to be inside their homes without fearing for their lives. So very important. Law and order is number 1 on the list when you hit the polls. I'm sorry. That's just my opinion. And vote accordingly, people. All right, I'm going to leave it right there. Like and subscribe. See you next time. Thank you. Take care.